41 NBC. It's time for Friday night football action. You're in the end zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Drive more, spend less. Call or click today for a free quote. Also brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tucker Sargent, hosting the End Zone tonight, brought to you by Safe Auto. I'm filling in for Bill Shanks. He's been up in Atlanta for the Braves game, but he'll join us here in just a few minutes. Tonight for Week 6, we'll have 4 games from Macon and 1 big rivalry game down in Warner Robins. We'll check on the other scores from around the state later on in the show, but we start with Baldwin at Rutland. The Braves had won 2 in a row coming in, while the Hurricanes had lost 2 in a row entering tonight's game. The Braves beat Perry last week to start region play in 2 Quad A. Head coach George Collins' Hurricanes started the season strong, but they sure did need to rebound after a tough loss to Veterans last week. To Ed DeFore Sports Complex we go, and it is homecoming. Here come the Rutland Hurricanes. First quarter, Rutland's got 7 on the scoreboard, and Baldwin's Nick Jones is going to take the handoff. He's around the left side, and he is gone all the way for the 72-yard touchdown. Baldwin ties it up. The score after that would be 7-7. Now, after that, Rutland's going to have the ball, and Darren Tucker looks for an opening, but his pass is intercepted. Javante Adams picks it off for Baldwin, and he's wrapped up there. Struggled to get down, but finally they take him down. Baldwin with the ball now. Tajaya Chambers hands off to Dion Kelsey around the right side. All the way in for the end zone. They would attempt a 2-point conversion, but it'd be no good. And it was Baldwin 13-7. Here comes their 5-star drive of the week. Baldwin with the ball. Tajaya Chambers hands off to Thomas, and he's breaking tackles all over the place. Right side breaks another one. Still dragging guys. It looks like he's going to go all the way, but he is finally taken down. And next play now, he is going to get it again. They're going to give it off to the same guy, and he's going to break it up. No, he's not. He's going to have a short gain there, just a small gain. Next play, Tajaya Chambers passes to Nick Jones, who's taken down at about inside the 5-yard line. Now next play, fakes a handoff, and he finds the same man in the end zone for the touchdown. The score at that point would be 20-7 Baldwin, and the Braves are all over Rutland tonight. Baldwin wins 49-22. The Braves are now 4-2 and 3-0 on the season, and Rutland is 2-4 and 0-3. Now across town to Thompson Stadium, where it was Veterans and Howard. When we got there, the score was 2-0 Veterans already, and it would be Veterans all night. Veterans keeps the momentum. Logan Bird rushes into the end zone. Warhawks up 8-0 after a 2-point conversion. Veterans Logan Bird wasn't done though. Howard struggled to keep the ball all night. They were struggling all over the place. It was 10-0 after a field goal, and Howard still struggling. Veterans is going to break it here. Logan Bird runs it in. It was Logan Bird all night after the extra point. 17-0 Veterans Warhawks. Howard, as I said, still struggling. Veterans has the ball again. Darian Cooper runs it here off the screen pass. He's around the right side, breaking a few little tackles there, and he's into the end zone. Veterans up 24-0. After Veterans got the ball again, Yawkin kicks a field goal, and the Warhawks were up 24-0. Veterans goes on to win tonight over Howard, 37-7. The Warhawks are now 3-3 and 2-1 on the season. Howard falls to 0-6 and 0-3. When we come back, 2 more games in Macon, and later on, our game of the week. Plus, Bill Shanks is in the house now. More of the End Zone brought to you by Safe Auto right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Hit of the Week is brought to you by Ford.
And we're back on the show. I'm Bill Shanks. Thanks for staying with us. Well, something had to break tonight at Henderson Stadium between the Central Chargers and the Southwest Patriots. Both teams 1-4 coming into this Region 2 AAA game. The Chargers did get a W last week when they beat Henry County, while the Patriots had lost 2 in a row. Big seed rivalry tonight at Henderson Stadium. And here we go. Let's take you back for the video of this game between the Chargers and the Patriots. Here come the both teams on the field right there. Chargers coming out on the field, and great night for football. First drive of the game, Central's Eric Thomas' pass is tipped, and Anton Clark, he's going to take it to the house. He gone 37 yards for a touchdown. Southwest up early after the extra point, 7-0. Things will get worse for Central. The snap right here on this next play over the head of Thomas, and he's going to be taken down all the way back at the 3-yard line. Next play now, standing in his own end zone, and up, it's a safety. 2 points, and Southwest up 9-0. Later in the first, Southwest, Patriots driving. Justin Slocum finds Brantavius Morgan all the way down to the 3-yard line. They're knocking on the door again. Next play, Daryl Dunn takes a handoff around the right side, and he's going to score. How about the Patriots getting up on the Chargers early? After missing the extra point, it was 15-0. And here comes our Ford hit of the week. Ensuing kickoff now. Watch this. Long roller, kind of like to Andrelton Simmons. Number 23, Copeland, going to show us some speed right here. But he is gone, but not so fast. He's going to take out a cheerleader. Oh, that's not the kind of hit of the week we want. Let's take it in slow motion again to see if everybody's okay. Oh, get out of the way. Right there on the, she's okay, I'm sure. Hopefully she'll be all right. All right, after the penalty on Southwest, Copeland again this time. He is going to go and score. 14-yard touchdown right there. And the Chargers were on the board. The score is 15-7 when we left, and Central would come back and score 27 straight points to win it. 27-15. They moved to 2-2, 2-0 in the region. Southwest falls to 1-5. Chargers are off next week. Southwest at Pike County. Look out, cheerleaders. Now to FPD. The Vikings hosted GMC tonight, and it was homecoming for the Vikings, and they took the field. Not much offense early. FPD forces the punt. GMC to punt rather on the first possession. FPD's Caleb Fuller. It's about 13 yards on the return right there. And FPD would go to work. Option right, Darren Moore. Moore gets about 5 yards for the Vikings. Then 2 plays later, handoff to Moore. Goes right, picks up about 9.5, just shy of a first down right there. But then Brooks Stroud would pick up the first with a 1-yard rush, the quarterback sneak, and the Vikings are moving the ball. Next play now, handoff to Alec Martin. He's going to go left, hit by several GMC jerseys, loses about 4 yards there. But 2 plays later, FPD tries to pass. Here comes the GMC defense. Stroud is taken down for a loss of 7. Lost the ball, but he recovers it. Then FPD, Will Black gets about 8 yards right there. They're driving. Next play, option left, quarterback Stroud keeps it, gets the touchdown untouched, and the Vikings are on the board at 7-0 after the PAT. Then GMC is going to punt it again. FPD with the ball in the second quarter, and after a couple of good runs, inside the 5, up the middle, Will Black, touchdown, 14-0. GMC did have one good play here from their own 12-yard line. Rakarsh Griffin finds Markel Jones, and look at this play right here. How about an 88-yard touchdown? And he is gone for the score. It was GMC down by 7, 14-7, but FPD would take off and win it from there. 31-7 the final. They are now 3-2. They are at Twiggs County next week. GMC falls also to 3-2 on the season. We've got our game of the week, Northside in Houston County, and a little bit of Braves talk right after this.
You're already in the end zone on the 41 NBC.
Welcome back to the End Zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. The Drive of the Week is brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
And it's time for our Safe Auto game of the week right now. Northside and Houston County. The Eagles were ranked number 1 in the state in 5A this week, which is not a surprise considering they opened up Region 2 play last week with a 56-0 win over Lakeside. The Bears lost to Grovetown last week, and obviously this is going to be a tough task for Greg Robinson's kids at Houston County. They have never beaten Northside going back to 1998. Could they pull off the upset tonight? Well, let's head back to McConnell Talbert Stadium to find out. For our Safe Auto game of the week, here come the teams on the field. And Houston County won the toss and decided to receive the football. It's not a bad idea trying to get on the board first against the mighty Eagles, but it was not to be. 3 and out real quick as the Northside defense, look at them. They are a mess to deal with. Another play here for the Bears. Go nowhere up the middle, trying to run the ball. And Northside, their defense is so tough. Now Northside would go to work. Glenn Smith, the pass to Charlton Lane. And watch him, left side, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Cuts back and gets in there for the touchdown after the PAT. They gave it to him, 7-0 the score as the Northside fans were on their feet on the other side tonight. Of course, Northside defense kept Houston County off balance, an incomplete pass right there. Back to pass, the Bears go looking, and oh, big sack right there for the Eagles. Now the Eagles go to work again. Glenn Smith to Charlton Lane again, down to the 11-yard line right there. Then a pass coming up to number 8 from Smith and that gets down to about the 10 for not much of a gain. Northside would kick a field goal to make it 10-0. Northside would score again. Here's another field goal right here, and that right there would make it 17-0. They backed up the PAT. Then Houston County, the quarterback would go to work, and still they could not move the ball very much. Second quarter now. Here they go, running play. Nope, nothing. And Northside would get the ball back and go to work. Glenn Smith hands off Curtis Martin, 3-yard touchdown run. The PAT was good, 24-0 would be the score right there. But Houston County kicker would come back and get a PAT there, or excuse me, a field goal rather, right at the end of the half to make it 24-3, long field goal, about 30-something yards. And that would give them 3 points. That was about it. Northside wins this game pretty easily, 31-3. They're now 5-0. Houston falls to 2-3. Northside will be at Grovetown next week. We'll check the scores from all over the state of Georgia right after this. For local sports talk on the radio, join me from 3 until 6 each weekday afternoon. Maybe you want to come in Monday. For the Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon and online at foxsports1670.com. Let's check out the morning show with Charles Olson and Daniel Shirley every morning from 7 until 9. And tomorrow it's the Saturday scoreboard with Bobby Pope. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboards from all over the state of Georgia now and check out on some of the GISA teams. Stratford wins tonight. They're now 3-2 over Edmund Burke, 42-14. John Millage now 6-0 in their Region 1 AA opener. They beat Covenant 56-0. Tatnall gets a real win. They had that forfeit, but they get a real win tonight, beating Westminster 49-20 there. Also, Perry Panthers had lost 2 in a row. They beat West Lawrence 31-0. Peach County 48-7 is the final score there. The Trojans are now 5-0, and they are on a roll there. The best team in AAA. Peach County, a big win tonight in McDonough. Dodge County loses their 3rd in a row. 21-0 is the final score there as the Warriors from Jefferson County move to 3-3, a Region 3 AAA game rather. Waco all over Lovett tonight. They're now 6-0. They win 48-35. Fitzgerald beat Cook County. They're now 4-1, 21-15 the final score there. Dublin loses again. They're now 0-6. East Lawrence 46-17. Bleckley County all over Crawford 42-7. The Eagles have now lost 29 in a row. You've got Lamar County over Northeast. There goes my upset special. 36-0 the final there as the Trojans move to 4-0-1 on the season. Northeast with their first loss, they're now 4-1, and that was a Region 4 AA game. All right, you might have watched the Braves tonight. That's where I was earlier in the show. We appreciate Tucker sitting in for the first segment. The Braves lost their game tonight 6-3, and if you have not heard, there was a crazy play in the 8th inning. Let's take a look at it right now. The Braves had some runners on, and Drelton Simmons at the plate, and it's a pop fly. 2 runners on, and watch what happens here. They do not catch it. They call the infield fly rule. They call Simmons out. And I don't think you can have an infield fly rule in the outfield. That's why Freddie Gonzalez goes nuts there. And then the crowd goes crazy and starts throwing things. They had a 19-minute delay to pick everything all up. And it looked like we were at Shea Stadium, to be honest with you. But the fans were furious, and they had reason to be. And, look, that didn't necessarily cost the Braves the game because the Braves had 3 errors in the game. But it was a turning point because it could have been the bases loaded there in the 8th inning, and it could have given the Braves a chance to win. But unfortunately, that play kind of killed everything after the delay. The momentum was gone for the Braves. They could not do anything. The umpires met. They even looked at it supposedly, and they did not change the call. The Braves protested. Joe Torre from Major League Baseball denied the protest. They said it was the umpire's decision, which was ridiculous. You cannot have an infield fly rule in the outfield, but they called it anyway. And the Braves are done. That is their season. They are now over. They won 94 games. They were 6 games better than the Cardinals. And because of that one game with this new system of Major League Baseball, the Braves season is over. But you had big errors from Chipper Jones and also Simmons and Ugla that really cost the Braves even more than that horrible call there in the 8th inning. So the Braves season is over on a crazy night at Turner Field. All right, that's our show for tonight. Thank you for being with us. We're back next week for more high school football highlights. For all of us at 41 NBC, I'm Bill Shanks. Good night.